That was Dennis, everybody. I had a dropout on my stream here. Hopefully back right now. Gave us some D-Star info that was awesome. Let's take a listen here. I'm gonna go over to his repeater here. So let's go over here. So most of the repeaters, 2170. It's Corona, it looks like. Let's take a listen here. See if we can. 'Not hearing anything on here. Doesn't sound like I'm making it in. I think that's 2232. Let's go to 22. Nothing. 2211. That wouldn't make it in there. 2210. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. 2206.
Did you make it here, Fred? I thought I saw him pop.
Yeah, I made it here. Yeah, I see him pop up. I see him come up on the screen. But see, the problem is, he gets in and nobody answers the back right away. He turns it down real quick, you know? You got to teach those people those bad habits.
Yeah, that was quick. Man, yeah, I saw it pop up. You and I moved here, and he's gone.
K6EGG monitoring.
What about that?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to stick around here for a few then. WA6AP.
I'm calling him right now. Hold on, K6 West.
That's weird. Yeah, I keyed up another repeater in Pomona, but it didn't key it up. Very strange.
Well, talk to Ron. We were going to talk to you. We seen it popped up on our machine. We seen you.
All right, I'm on the Palomar one right now. Looks 445-860.
Okay, so you changed real quick on us, huh?
Yeah, well, I didn't hook up that repeater, so I may have been transmitting on something I didn't realize.
You're on Palomar?
I'm on Palomar right now.
He says he's on Palomar there, Ron. K6 West.
Let's give it a try here.
Okay, well, Palomar is linked with Santiago.
K6EGG. Fred, do you have a copy on me? K6EGG.
Phoned him up. Greg said he heard us, but he was on Palomar, K6 West.
K6EGG on Palomar. Do you have a copy?
Okay, well, one of the two of them's not linked.
Okay, I hear you now. Okay, that's what he said. He said he needed to key up here, so your call sign popped up. But also, remember, Ron, there's a program in there. It'll automatically push your call out there, so you might have that turned on. Remember I had that problem?
Yeah, he may not be in the gateway, but I'm just watching here. I've got Palomar on the sub-receiver, and the two aren't linked.
Let's go to somewhere else here. $21.70. That's 22. Duh.
Remote system linked.
Yeah, okay, this one's linked. Maybe Palomar's not.
Okay, I'm on Santiago now. Do you have a copy? K6EGG?
Yeah, I hear you, Greg. I hear you, Greg. Ron, are you picking Greg up?
Yeah, I copy him now. I don't think Palomar is linked.
So I heard you guys coming out of Palomar, but I couldn't make it, so I came up here because you said this was linked to Palomar. So now I'm here.
Okay, well, it looks like I don't think Palomar is linked up. Let me go see if I can link it.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. K6EGG.
Yeah, are you still here, Fred?
WA6.
Link 2, reflector 12, module A. Yeah, I'm still here, K6 West.
Okay, I didn't see. I tried to link Palomar, but it didn't seem to work.
Okay. I'll put his call sign in there, so now his radio's ringing like a telephone.
Yeah, it looked like he was into the gateway too, so that's not the issue.
I am back, K6EGG.
Was your radio ringing like a telephone there, Greg?
Now it is, yeah. I just stepped out. I had to use the restroom real quick and grab my phone. It was downstairs. I was talking to you on my watch.
Put your call sign so your radio ring like a telephone now.
Hey, just to let you know, I was talking to Dennis, the guy that runs the Keller Peak 2-meter repeater. He said there's some issues with it, and he's going to look into it. It's up now. It wasn't up yesterday, but the internet to it is not working, so the reflector is not connecting.
Can you hit that repeater, Fred?
I don't know. I didn't try.
KN60F.
Yeah, it's a good, strong repeater. I talked to Curtis on it occasionally, and it's linked to, was linked to 70 Charlie.
Hey, go ahead there, talk, Greg. I'll play around with my radio while you guys are talking.
Okay, Greg, you said the machine's not linked up to the reflector?
Yeah, he said there's a server issue, probably up on the hill. He's working on it right now just to see if he can do it remotely. If not, he may have to go up the hill to fix it. But the repeater is back online just for local use. So if you want to, just use it to talk to somebody local. But he's thinking hopefully maybe next weekend he can go up there if he has to. If not, he'll get it going tonight or today. This is, by the way, it's nice to talk to you when I can actually hear you clear as day, too.
Yeah, this is much easier off the Papa system. Yeah, one of these days you got to get a little bit more of an antenna up there.
Yeah, one of these days I will. I'm gonna hopefully work on my general here and maybe get another 7300 before I do that. Maybe. Real quick, how's you had a hernia surgery last week or 2 weeks ago?
Roger, yeah, it was a week ago last Wednesday, and yeah, actually now it feels pretty good. Not really much pain at all. So he still doesn't want me to do much in the way of lifting, and if I'm out and about, I got to wear this corset that wraps around you. But other than that, no, it seems to be doing good, Greg.
Good. I'm glad to hear. I know having a double, triple, whatever, I had hernia surgery I don't know, now it's almost 2 months or 7 weeks. I know how that feels. Not too good. I was pretty raw there for a couple weeks. Mine was a little lower below the waist, but I'm glad to see things are a lot better for you there. And yeah, it's definitely I need to get another antenna eventually.
Yeah, I think that's about all it's going to take for you. Another antenna, maybe a GP9 or one like Fred's, and a run of LMR 400 or 600, and yeah, you'll be loud out there.
I actually have LMR 400 right now. I'm thinking about if I do get another antenna, I'll probably do 600 and maybe run the cable a different way so I don't have a 100-foot run. Maybe try to knock 10 or 15 feet off the run so that way I have a little bit more a gain going up to the antenna, more signal that is. So I think that's part of my problem right now. I'm running 200 watts, but I think it's only about 150 or 160 is hitting the antenna because of line loss on the long run.
Yeah, the longer run is definitely hurt. So maybe LMR 600, but yeah, see, my run is only 25 foot, so I haven't got the great amount of line loss. But yeah, you definitely should be a heck of a lot louder.
Yeah, even cutting 10 or 15 feet off that run, I think even with the LMR 400 might make a difference on my receive as well as my transmit. It'll probably give me, I think I did the calculation online, like 20 extra watts, which that's a pretty decent amount.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, good luck on the general. Then we can, once I get my HF antenna up, then we can all talk on HF.
Yeah, that would be fun. I want to, when I was younger, HF was always something I really wanted to do. Talk around the world has always been, something I've wanted to do. And I did a little bit with 10 meters, but I think it's a lot easier, in the different HF bands, like 20 meter and stuff like that. So we'll probably get to it there. But anyways, I'm going to go hunt around here and try to see if anybody else is on these D-Star reflectors here. I was kind of spending the afternoon kind of messing with what Fred taught me last night. He's a very good teacher, so just trying to experiment around a little bit here, if you know what I mean. But nice talking to you, Ron. Glad you're feeling better. And Fred, if you're still listening, this is Greg, K6EGG from the city of Chino.
Okay, Greg. Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to chat with you like this. It makes it much easier. My old ears don't have to strain. 73, Greg. Have a good afternoon. K6EGG, WA6AB.
This is Fred K6 anyway, is there any other way you can route your antenna to a different spot? Greg, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be buying some LMR 600, bigger antenna, and I'd relocate the antenna that I wouldn't have to run over 50 feet. Maybe you got to put the antenna on a different spot on the house. Don't worry about where the spot's at because it's hooked to a chimney. Get a different location. So because the extra footage you're losing is killing you on the line loss, KN6OS.
I've kind of sussed it out. There's another spot maybe, but I don't think it's going to happen because I have to do a lot of work to make that happen, including like maybe putting up some sort of straps and I don't know, maybe a tower even. But right now I have it on the highest point of my house, which is my chimney. And fortunately, that's probably where it's going to be for now. And even if I do put up a 17-footer antenna, I'll probably put it in a similar location where this antenna is at now. But I'll reroute the cable so I could probably knock about 10, 15 feet off. And a LMR 600 will probably help out that signal loss out quite a bit. So unfortunately, that's kind of what I'm dealing with here.
Okay, well, before we get out before we get out of here, leave the frequency, let's try a little something. CQR, is that anybody out there anywhere looking for long distance contact? We're looking for a short ham demonstration. A short ham demonstration, and we want to get out of here. Anybody out there? Break KS6OS.
Hey guys, this is Bill N6UTV. How can I help?
You sound good, Bill. I was looking for something to show Greg like Alaska or European or Korea, something like that. You sound real good there, Bill. Back to you.
Oh, I see. Yeah, not too many people listen to this reflector from other areas. If you got a hotspot, just switch over to a different reflector. Then you can do your nice demonstration. That's your best bet. But yeah, there's a few people who there is one or two repeaters up in Vancouver that are semi-permanently connected to this reflector, but those guys aren't always listening. But your best bet if you want to do a demonstration is just go play over on 30 Charlie.
Yeah. So how you enjoying your LMR 600? You enjoying it?
So far, so good. We'll see a little bit later tonight when I play a little bit more later tonight. But so far, so good. It's definitely consistent. I'm connecting directly to Santiago from here, which was like I told you before, it was difficult on. A little bit more difficult before. I would prefer my hotspot over a direct shot, but anyway, yeah, it's working good.
Oh, you used to have the hotspot. Now with the LMR 600, you can go direct. You don't need the hotspot anymore. Is that correct?
Yeah, for 12 Alpha, it's still nice to have the hotspot for when I want to play over on other reflectors, but this is probably my main spot, so I don't need the hotspot as much now. Yeah, I don't need it as much.
Oh yeah, you're full quieting in the machine. You're slamming down here in the machine.
Well, that's digital for you. I'm only getting 2 S units back from the machine, so that's really what the connection is. But since we're going to the repeater, you can't really tell. But before I would get back only 0 or 1 S units, so 2 S units is an improvement from my perspective.
Yeah, that's preventing you either get in the machine or you're not getting in the machine. Yeah, I heard people on this machine before in Alaska checked in before, British Columbia. I heard them out here before. So I thought they were always listening, maybe not, but I heard them out here. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. 70 degrees, and I'm glad you're enjoying the 600. I'll look for you tonight on 2-meter side man. KS6OS clear on your final.
All right, and I think I heard Greg out here talking with you too, so we'll chat with you later then, Greg. N6UTV.
Take care. I hope to hear you later tonight as well. K6EGG. I'm going to QSY and kind of play with some D-Star here.
N6UTD.
Hey, Greg, are you still listening?
I am still listening.
Wondering where you were going to QSY to.
I don't know yet. I don't know what I can connect to from my house, so I'm on my stream right now, so you can kind of tag along. Fred gave me a list of D-Star repeaters, starting at 2170, which I think I'm on right now. It's like 2209, 2210, stuff like that. So I'm going to try to connect to something else from my house with the way that Fred showed me last night. So I don't know for sure where I'm going.
Oh, was it okay? Were you gonna go someplace on D-Star? That number 2170 doesn't mean anything to me.
I don't know how to explain it. Probably Fred would know how to. But on my display, I don't know if you're watching the stream right now. There's a group of numbers on the top right that are, I guess, that are coordinated numbers that connect to repeaters, I guess, or they're labeled repeaters. So that's what I'm kind of use what Fred gave me as a guide to program some repeaters in.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the stream now, and I'm not seeing. You said top right. I'm not seeing anything on the top right.
Did you just see me switch it real quick? It will only pop up for a second.
Are you talking in the in the from field?
Yes, that's affirmative in the from field.
Okay, so that's just switching repeaters. There's pretty much only two D-Star repeaters that you can hit from your location, and that's this one, Santiago, and then you could also hit separate system Killer Peak.
That's weird. There's a Pomona one. Looks like there's one. I got it written down somewhere. I connected to like Santa Anita or something like that, I thought. But I'll have to try that out.
Oh, yeah, there is the Pomona one. It's low level. Maybe you can hit it from there. I've driven around Pomona, and I've only been able to hit it from, 6 miles away from it or whatever. But maybe you can hit it from your place. That'd be neat if you can hit that one. That's kind of a private one. I'm not sure who runs that one. And then Santa Anita, that sounds like maybe Cypress. There is a Cypress repeater, and that's permanently connected to reflector 14 Charlie. So 12 Alpha is the Papa system, which is basically Southern California. So you'll find mostly Southern California people on that. And then there's 14 Charlie, which is more Northern California, Nevada, Oregon, and Idaho. Are the repeaters that are generally connected to 14 Charlie. So if you can hit the Cypress one, that'd be fun. I just can't hit it from a long ways away, but maybe you can hit it from your location.
I don't think I can, but I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know if I can hear it or not, so that's kind of what I wanted to see. What different D-Star repeaters I can connect to. Then maybe I can, go through those repeaters too, just to do some testing and stuff.
Okay, I'll be curious which ones you can hit. Maybe I'll just sit and watch you try and hit the other ones, and I'll, if I see that, I've been playing D-Star for a little while, so if I see you doing something that I think you could do better, I'll make a suggestion. But anyway, yeah, go ahead. Let's see what you can hit.
Fred's calling. Hold on, I'll be back. K6EGG.
He don't know everything. See, he didn't even...
Well, that's what he said, so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Here. Listen to exactly what I got to say. As you're turning that thing around from the from, And instead of getting the call, all you have to do is key up the mic and unkey, okay? When you hear the beep come back to you,
WA6.
you're in the system. If you don't hear the beep come back, then you're not keying up the repeater. You get it?
Yeah, like I heard the Palomar one, but I couldn't key it up.
Right. So then when you turn that knob around, you don't have to say to your caller. You key up, it already puts your call out there already. So if it did come back, your call never went out there anyway. It never picked it up. But if you hear it when you key it up and you unkey, and all of a sudden you hear it go beep, you're in the system. You're working. Okay? I'm just letting you know. So now you know.
Cool deal.
So
I'll give it a whirl.
I showed that truck driver that trick because he's going down the road. He can't be looking at his radio all the time. I said, all you got to do is just turn the knob and just key up. And when you hear the beep go back, you're in the system. So that's what he's using right now.
Copy that. And he should be in town tomorrow, he said, by the way.
Are we being live streamed now?
Yeah, we are. You're on right now.
Oh, I'm on?
You're on right now. You are live. You are as live as you can be.
Anyway, so that's how you do it. So then, after you get that, when you key up the repeater, then you go to the 2, then you call somebody, use the reflector, blah, 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 blah. Okay. First you gotta start with the bottom one from. First you gotta hit that. So when you're driving, let's say you put this in your car, you're driving to an unknown area. And you don't have the GPS working because it's going to show you where you have to show you some news repeaters. So that's not working. So then you can do it this way. And then once you've got one coming back to you, then you go to the top. Then you can work the top. One step at a time. And remember, you got to hit the button.
Yep, I see Ron's talking to Bill right now.
Okay. I just want to let you say. Well, right away, when you told him the numbers at the top, he didn't know what you were talking about. I thought, oh, boy.
That's the repeater numbers, right?
Right. But it's different. It's different on the 7100. Me and Keith checked that. It's different numbers. The 7100 got different numbers than the 9700 Icom. I thought they'd be the same, but the numbers are different. They don't match up. So I'm letting you know that already. So if you tell somebody, hey, this number on your radio, and he's got a 7100, the number ain't going to be the same.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not the same. Maybe they just put a number in there, whatever.
But I could just give him the frequency and stuff, and he'll figure it out from there. I'm assuming, right?
Right. But if he's got a 9700, then you can give him the number and the frequency.
Yeah.
But if he's got the Icom 7100, that number's not going to do him no good. They don't match up.
Yep. All right, I'm going to tool around here and see what I can come up with here. Cool, thanks for your help, Fred. Appreciate it. That was Fred K6OS. Give me a hand here. Now I'm going to try to change some repeaters. Oh, it's Monrovia. Let's see if I can key this one up. It's a negatory. That is a negatory. Definitely not. Let's see if I can get into his. This is Gabe's. Turn the amplifier on there. 1 2 1 2. That's a bummer. 21. I don't think this one's coming up. Nope. So let's go 2170. That one's not coming up. 2190. I'm not going to get that one.
On Saturday, and he was out there at, let's see, where was he at? He was out near you go up the Baker grade there, Bakersfield,
2189
Roseman area. I think he was out in that area. So, yeah, great coverage. Yeah, the numbers on that is 447.835. I think that's what you'd said before.
Yeah, just playing with it. I dialed in and got an FM repeater. No telling where it was.
Hooked to another reflector here.
Repeater location guide. But yeah, I know I used to talk to people up as far as Tehachapi and even into Bakersfield off Blue Ridge Machine. Okay, I better stand by. We'll see if Greg got back here. WA6AB.
Oh, yeah, will do. Yeah, Greg's here. I see him playing on the stream. Anyway, let's see what he's up to.
Wonder if you hear me from this one. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Yeah, you're coming through.
All right, so right now I'm talking into 442.835.
So this repeater is linked to another one out in Los Angeles, it sounds like.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'm going to look that one up and see which one that is.
I'm like, oh, hey, I hear you guys. It's the same repeater. Just the different same reflectors hooked into the different repeater here. So, all right, I'm going to keep cruising around here. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Something I have to do is remember I go put my audio back up on sideband. $21.93. Negative. I don't doubt if I can connect to Malibu. I'll give it a whirl though. Oh wow. All right, so let's look up this repeater here.
W6DUO.
Wow.
W6DUO, KN6OS.
How are they finding me?
KN6O.
How you doing, Fred?
W6DU.
I'm doing real good. I'm watching Greg here. He's having a lot of fun there. Greg, also you can use that tool if you're mobile and you can't hit the Santiago chronopede, you're running on mobile in your car, then you can use the other one. So now you hear it all works. Anyway, Don, we're being live streamed now. Go ahead there, Don, KN6OS.
Yeah, I'm just with Greg. I'm trying to learn this D-Star. A lot to learn here.
Okay, go ahead and I'm gonna make a lunch. Go ahead and talk to Greg at KN6OS on the side.
Yeah, so I'm talking into a Malibu repeater right now, and it looks like it's connected to the same reflector. So I'm talking on KD4PAP. So it's I guess it's all Papa system stuff.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you can do is get on the Papa website, and it'll show you all the D-Star repeaters that are linked.
Yeah, that's correct. There's 10 D-Star repeaters that are part of the Papa system. And that Malibu one is one of them. That's the main one that covers the LA area there.
Copy. I'm surprised I can hit this. I've never hit Malibu from my area. Is that would that be Saddle Ridge?
One second, I have to check that. I can't remember which peak it actually is.
Yeah, it's Saddle Peak. That's Papa Repeater DO4.
All right, I'm going to move on, see if I can connect anything else. I'm surprised I can connect to this here. This is Greg, K6EGG, on the Papa, I guess it looks like 04 repeater here for D-Star, 440-855, K6EGG.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're able to hit that one too, the Malibu repeater. I can't hit it from my location, or at least I don't remember being able to hit it. But maybe since I upgraded my my cable, maybe I can. So now you got me. I'm gonna have to try and hit it myself. N6UTD.
All right, I'm going to be back. Well, I'm going to be cruising around here, K6EGG.
Looks like right now I'm on the K6EGG repeater. This looks like it's probably, it says it's open. So let's take a look at their website here. So I'm on 446.160. Doesn't tell you what if this is hooked to a reflector or not. All right, gonna move on. My chair sucks. I might have to have a GoFundMe for my chair. This is driving me nuts. All right. So right now I'm on 209. Let's look at 206. 206? Can I hit 206? It's a negative. 2211. That's Gabe's. It's the Keller Peak. I know I can hit that. Yeah. I've been on that one before. I know I can hit this. Oh, it's not on again. Must be still having some issues with that. I don't know if Gabe was looking at it. Doubt if I can hit that. I'll give it a whirl though. It's 2114. No. Oh, sorry. Am I 22? 2214. 2232. Let's go to 2232. See if I can hit that. I can.
Yeah, go ahead there, Greg. I heard you key up K6OS.
Is this another pop-up repeater?
I don't know. Look at the website. I'm just letting you know. Now you're learning stuff there. K6OS. Clear.
Yes, it is actually, and I'm surprised I'm in it. I'm very surprised I'm able to hit it right now. So I'm in 442835 right now.
Well, you better make a list and write them all down so when you go mobile, you can dial out real quick. And get that other little number on the top of the screen. You can find it quicker, faster, and then put it in your memory in your radio.
Copy that. I'm going to continue cruising here. K6EGG clear.
All right, so I'm looking up this repeater here. I keep on ending up on the Papa system. That seems to be the only one that has. It's operating right now. That's this one right here. It says I'm not even supposed to be connected to it, but I can connect to it. I wonder what reflector it's going on. Maybe I'm not connecting to it. No, I'm not connecting to it. That sucks. Thought I was. Oh well. Let's look up this one here. It's negatory. That chair is driving me nuts. Are we connected to that one? Turn my juice on here. See if I can get it. Negative. Laguna Beach is a hole for me. I'm not even gonna try. I'll give it a try here. Mesa's too far. Northern California. Man, I was really hoping I could connect to Gabe's. Tried it before. Okay, 200 watts in. Negative. Sorry, parent duties. What? Nope. Sorry for you guys watching on the stream right now. My wife's taking off, so I got to kind of watch the baby. I haven't been watching the comments, guys. Sorry. Got 5 million things going on. Trying to get my Nest up here. Stand by here. I'll get back to streaming. Did I delete my Nest? Gotta watch my kid here. Can't find my Nest on here. Look at you guys watching this. Watching me fumble through all this crap. There we go. I moved my Nest. So, parent first, ham radio second. This is what I'm watching right here, just in case here. My daughter's sleeping away. So I got to have this going right now. Keep an eye on her because my wife just took off. So, now back to some repeater stuff here. Did I hit this one? Nope. All right. Let's keep going down. Tried that one. Those are off. Don't think I can hit Tucson unless we get some skip going in or something. Phoenix, same way. Mesa's in Arizona. Oh, this is Arizona. Memphis, a little bit of a hop. Cleveland? Maybe. I don't think I'm going to hit any of these here. So just a couple of these repeaters here. It looks like it's mainly... So 21... Let's go back to 2165. That's the last... 2191. Can't connect to that one either. So mainly I can connect to if the Keller Peak repeater was on. Let's go back to Santiago here. I'll get back on the chat here in a second. So I'm 2170. Oops. $71. So, anybody watching here, I think Don DUO here was talking about, asking about
KN6OS, WA6AB.
Was looking to see how to tell what reflector you can go into. I can't tell. I can't tell what reflector this is. I mean, I can look at it online, but, sometimes I'm not going to be able to see that. Let's look at Palomar here. So the guy took.
Are you listening?
Was he calling me? Is that me?
Where did everybody go, Bill?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing there, Fred.
N6UTD.
Boy, you're no longer friend calling me Fred.
Oh, sorry, sorry, I wasn't looking and I wasn't listening right. I was listening to you. I have too many radios going right now.
Okay, you're forgiven.
Well, I've come to the conclusion I can connect to 3 other repeater systems other than the Papa system in Southern California. Southern Papa system has a ton of repeaters hooked up. It looks like the Keller peak repeaters are down right now. It looks like the Monrovia repeater is down. But I was able to connect to the Pomona repeater. Actually, there was 2 of them I think I connected to. And I know that the Keller repeaters I can connect to, so I'm calling those connected to. But everything else looks like it's D-Star. I think Bill's right. It kind of sucks. I was hoping there would be more. I wanted to see if I can get on some other system. I don't want to start changing reflectors and stuff.
It sounds like Greg is having fun with the D-Star repeaters. WA6AB.
Tech dive. K6EGG.
What machine are you on now, Greg?
I am talking to, it looks like Santiago, 441560. It looks like basically 90% of the repeaters I can connect to are the D-Star version of the Papa system that are all linked together, because I talked to you guys when I scooted through the different repeaters, Malibu included. I can connect to a Pomona repeater, and if the Keller repeaters were operational, I know I can connect into those, but I think there's a issue with that. I was talking to Dennis, one of the control ops, so I think it's mainly D-Star, Papa system for D-Star here in Southern California.
Roger, yeah, it's a good system. They're all linked on 12 Alpha, and yeah, it's a good group. You ought to join. I did when I started using it as much as I was.
Yeah, I'll have to listen in during the week, see how many people are on there. I've listened to it before. My daughter's moving around. Great. But it wasn't too active as far as I can remember. I heard a couple people from San Diego, I thought, talking. That was about it.
It has its ups and downs of use. But anyway, Greg, yeah, I wish I was wrong. I've done a lot of driving around and testing the different D-Star, looking for D-Star repeaters, and there's not a lot of other ones other than the Papa system. The other main one that's around is that one in Cyprus that's connected to 14 Charlie most. I noticed there was a question in the comments on the stream about how to figure out what reflector you're on. The best way to figure out the best way to think of reflectors is is, or what reflector you're on, is that whatever repeater you're connected to, whether it's a hotspot and you think of the hotspot as a repeater, or you're actually connected to a repeater, that's connected to a reflector, or may not be connected to a reflector. It may have no connection to a reflector, but it's whatever it is, and to see what it's currently set to, you just change the to field to repeater information and then key up, and then whatever comes back, it tells you what reflector it's currently connected to. And then you can use the to field, that's where you change reflector. So you would put in the command there, the proper command to change whatever reflector you're going to. But anyway, yeah, I wish I was wrong about... I wish there was more D-Star repeaters, but the Papa system is great, and it has its ups and downs of times when it's used more or less. But
copy that. So I go to the to section in my radio, and then I go to repeater info. Is that correct?
That's correct. And then you just key up, and the response will tell you what reflector that repeater is currently connected to. So that's how you know what reflector you're on. And usually on most radios, although I haven't been seeing it come across the screen on yours, but like on my 5100 and my 7100 and my 52 and my other ones, it usually, even after I unkey, it usually tells me what reflector I'm on, but not always. But that's the surefire way to figure out what reflector you're on. And since you're new to D-Star, it's important that you know this too. If you ever are, especially when you end up getting a hotspot, it's always best to wait at least 2 seconds between transmission. And the reason why is because there can be a delay between some of the different repeaters, and there's often a delay to the hotspots. And so let's say that you're on one reflector and you're using your hotspot, for example, and you want to switch over to another reflector and you're listening along, and someone's long-winded like I'm being right now, and you don't want to hear me, and you want to change reflectors, you can't do it until I unkey, and then there's a long enough break in there for you to send the command to your hotspot to switch reflectors. So generally speaking, within the digital community in general, and especially the D-Star community, it's considered common courtesy to leave like at least a 2 second break in between transmissions so that people can switch reflectors. Otherwise, then with quick keying, someone keys up, and then you can't switch reflectors, and then you're stuck there. So that's kind of the way the digital system works.
Copy that. I just hit the repeater information. I'll take that advice as well. I know I kind of quick key sometimes. I'm not used to talking on a repeater, so let's see if the information pops up here.
Remote system linked.
What you'll find, Greg, if you have RT system software and program the D-Star in, is just a matter of, if you're in the memo mode, just go over to the I, and that'll, you key up, that'll give you the repeater information. Also, if you change reflectors, I've found it's most courteous to ask if anybody has a problem. If they don't, you change reflectors, and then after you're done talking, link it back up to 12 alpha.
Copy that. I don't even know how to change reflectors, so I won't be doing that anytime soon. Dennis, I can't draw on a space blank on his call sign, but I think he's running the D-Star repeater for Keller. He kind of started explaining me, but I think we have different radios, so I'll have to do a little research on that.
Remote system linked.
what you'll find is repeater 030, there's usually a lot of traffic on it. That's kind of an interesting repeater to link to.
Is that reflector 30?
Roger, I believe it's in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the best way to think of reflector 30 is, and not just reflector 30, it's reflector 30 Charlie. That's the kind of the best way to think of that is that's kind of like the whole United States reflector. So if you're in the mood to chat with people all over the United States, then reflector 30 Charlie is the one for that. And then if you're in the mood for doing worldwide talk, reflector 1 Charlie is the one for that, and so you can talk to a lot of people in the UK on that one. But sometimes I find that a little difficult to understand them through the D-Star system, their accent. If you hit someone like in Scotland or something with a hardcore accent, it's a little challenging sometimes. But those are the two main reflectors for people who want to talk long distances. 1 Charlie is like the world, and 30 Charlie is mostly people U.S. And of course, you can hit any reflector from any location, but that's just generally where people talk. But something very important to understand about those two reflectors is that if you connect to those and you have another concurrent connection, like maybe 2 hotspots or something, or whatever, if they see that your ID connects from 2 different locations at the same time, they'll permanently ban you from those reflectors. So be very careful that you're only connected through one connection when you do go over there.
Copy that. I wish now I had a hotspot to play with. I could be talking all over the place with it. That'd be really a lot of fun. So I don't feel comfortable changing any of these repeaters, reflectors, especially since I'm not a member of any of these repeater clubs here. So that'll be pretty interesting to play with. So now I have another thing I want to get. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Bill, just for giggles, you ought to connect us. No one has any issues with 30 Charlie.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I guess we can go over there for a minute. 1 second, I'll switch us over to 30 Charlie. And so you'll just keep use reflector in your field there, Greg, but we'll be listening to 30 Charlie. So 1 second, I'll switch us over there.
Copy. Thanks for the demonstration.
N6.
Link currently established.
N.
Alert system unlinked.
Looks like we're going to connect to another repeater system or reflector here that's connected to a repeater system.
Not currently linked.
Oh boy, not currently linked. No idea what they're talking about.
Not currently linked.
KB K6R.
Okay, we are up in Caribou, Maine. We're up in another part of the state, in the city of Caribou. Maybe you will remember back in many years ago, we used to have Warren Air Force Base right here, and then they closed that up in 1992. Matter of fact, I tried to get reassigned there when I was with the Air Force back in the mid-50s, but they had no openings, and to stay where I was at. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't think I've ever been through your city, by golly, so I don't know anything about it. I'm not much of a geography buff at all. Can tell you more about California, I guess, and Wisconsin and Michigan and stuff like that, but up in the Northeast that way.
It's pretty cool stuff there, Bill.
I don't think I've been through your particular city. You say Caribou, like the animal? Is that it? And I didn't hear your name that time. Yeah, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, the outskirts of Greenville, South Carolina, using a D-74. One of the first D-74As there. So you're sounding real good, though. WA1PCT, and I'm sitting on the porch because it's only about 82 degrees here. Waiting for it to rain, though. We got that tropical front coming up, and I just let it come. But I guess Haiti's going to get a lot of it come Monday, so we'll get some of the rain up here on Tuesday. So I hope they don't get too much down there. There's not too many places to hide anymore after that 7.2 earthquake they had and all the aftershocks. WA1PCT from KB6RRX.
WA6AB.
W.
Remote system unlinked. Remote system linked.
So you can see that I had to wait there until that guy stopped talking to unlink it. And if if the other guy responding had not left enough of a break there, I could not have unlinked the repeater the reflector from 30 Charlie to bring it back here. So that's why it's so important to leave a 2-second break at least on D-Star.
Link currently established.
Copy now. I totally understand. And what does that link currently established thing keep popping up?
I think it's a flaw in the D-Star programming. Sometimes I think it hears the wrong command from the to field, and thinks that I sent the information command possibly. So the repeater information command, the best way to think of the to field is the to field just changes the 4 fields that actually control D-Star. So when you click the to field, you're not actually, the to field isn't actually controlling everything. So if you were to go over and you were to press your CS button on your radio, and I don't know where it is on your 9700 there is, but if you were to press your CS button, you would see a list of 4 fields, and it's those 4 fields that actually do all the controlling of D-Star. But on the first D-Star radios, you used to have to populate those fields manually, and that was kind of difficult. And so then they created this DR mode, which is what we're all using now, what you're using, with the to and the from field. And those fields, the to and the from field, populate the UR, the R1, the R2, and the my field automatically for you, so you don't have to do it. So that's what's actually happening in the background.
It's pretty cool stuff, man. I can't wait to play with a little more of this. I'm probably going to get a hotspot now and an HD to go along with it. I I appreciate the help with this. This is a lot of fun here. I'm looking forward to chat more on D-Star in the coming weeks here. So I didn't know this whole world was out here. I've heard people talk about it, but it's nice to hear.
That's the fun of, and I know I quick keyed there and I shouldn't have, sorry. Anyway, that is the fun of the hotspots, is that you can cruise all over to all the different poles that are out there, and then there's X reflectors, and there's a ton of different reflectors that it's just a lot easier and efficient and makes better sense to run from a hotspot. And then you get the HT, and then you can just talk on 100 milliwatts from your favorite easy chair in your house, and you can control your hotspot from your HT and cruise all over the world with it. But let's see. Another thing I thought you were gonna find interesting. I was gonna tell you. What was it? It was about. Oh yeah. So that I know that. I think Fred's thinking about getting a hotspot too, and I know that WA6AB was recommending the OpenSpot 3, and that probably is the best recommendation for one, especially for all us hardcore radio geeks. But like to be able to try different things. The fun thing about the OpenSpot 3, the thing that makes it, that differentiates it, is that it's the only one that can actually cross mode from D-Star to, say, DMR. So if that's something that interests you, you need to have the OpenSpot 3. If you don't care about doing that, and I don't have an OpenSpot 3, and I don't feel really, limited by it at all. I just have one of the Zoom spots that you get down at HRO, and that's the only thing that it won't do. You can program a Zoom spot to use P25, DMR, whatever, Yaesu Fusion, but it won't cross mode. So that's the only difference. And I don't know how exactly that works. It takes some extra programming, because obviously you're going to have your DMR ID then, and you're going to have to be able to tell the OpenSpot 3 that you're going from, your D-Star ID over to your DMR ID. And I'm not sure how that works since I don't have one, but I do know it's possible. So if you want to be able to try to do that, get the OpenSpot 3. It's a little bit more, and you have to order it from Europe. But if you don't care about that, just go down to HRO and pick up one of the Zoom spots.
Yeah, I'm looking at it online right now. It looks pretty nice. Love to get one of these things. Although I don't have a portable radio that will do D-Star at this point. So I might hold off a little bit, but that would be nice to travel with, that's for sure.
Well, of course, you can talk to your hotspot with your 9700 too. But, you have a 9700. I was just thinking about this. I think there's a way that you can just plug your 9700 directly into your internet connection, and it's like a hotspot where you can you can talk to D-Star and switch reflectors without having a hotspot. I forgot about that. You should try that.
Yeah, I believe it's called terminal mode, and I think I have to register my radio or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I definitely would love to do that. I think that would be pretty cool. And then I don't have to tie up a repeater or something or buy a hotspot. I have everything right here ready to go.
Well, I kind of doubt you would have to register the radio, but, again, I don't have a 9700, so I can't tell you for sure. But, yeah, you should look into that, and that should be your next project. Because if you're successful in that, you won't even have to buy a hotspot. You can just switch reflectors without anything, and take advantage of the fact that you paid the big dollars and got the 9700.
Yep, that's something I'm definitely my next project possibly looking into there. I think that would be a lot of fun. But I think I'm gonna I think I'm going to go downstairs for a few and get off the radio since I was on it most of last night, and I'm planning on being on a little bit later tonight. I just wanted to kind of fumble around with this D-Star a little bit this afternoon when people are out like yourself. I can chat with and give me a hand, which I definitely appreciate. But I'm going to call it a afternoon for now. Once again, appreciate your help there. This is Greg, K6EGG in the city of Chino.
Some lunch too. All right. And fun chatting with everyone else out there too, Fred and WA6AB and whoever else is listening. Have a great afternoon. N6UTD 73.
All right, that was.
Yeah, thanks, Bill, for kind of walking Greg through that. Interesting for him. I wonder where he's registered now. Anyway, I'll have to look it up. WA6AB 73.
Hey, Ron, I registered on the what's it called? The repeater for a 2-meter, or I'm trying to think of the name of it now. The Keller Peak Repeater Association, I think I registered at.
Or 2D2, so you might want to try again.
Okay, thank you guys. Learned a lot here. W6DUO.
Lot of
73.
We got a sandbagger
Looked
out
like
there.
Curtis was out there.
W-A.
It's the N6UTD. Don't go away. I got a question to ask you.
All right, let's take a listen to this.
Yeah, no worries, Curtis. What's going on?
Okay, well, I am also relatively new to D-Star. I'm kind of like Greg. I'm kind of hit and miss, and, sometimes I make a mistake and do it right. In my thinking, I know the Papa system has, I don't know how many repeaters, 14, 27, whatever, and I know all their D-Star repeaters are connected to 12 alpha reflector. So I'm thinking, okay, I know there's a group of hams that own the repeaters. Who owns the reflectors? Now, I've kind of been looking online to get that answer. It seems like that the people that own the repeaters also own the reflectors. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's correct. So I guess when you buy a repeater, you can... I'm not sure how much they have to pay or whatever to own a reflector, but that's correct. So all right. So here's kind of something interesting. So when you
Glad I didn't leave.
Own a reflector, you own the reflector number. So in this case, the Papa system owns reflector 12. And they've chosen 12 alpha to be they've chosen channel A, the alpha channel, to have all their repeaters connected to. But along with the A channel, they get, I think with B plus, I think that's what they call it, with D-Star plus, which is the standard thing that comes with D-Star repeaters. I think they get automatically A through E, I think it is. And then that's been expanded with I forget what it's called, and basically you get through Z. But so let me go ahead and reset here, and I'll finish talking about the different letters. So the Papa system has chosen to connect their repeaters to the A channel or the alpha channel, reflector alpha, 12 alpha. But traditionally, the alpha channel has been kind of reserved or connected to the 1.2 gigahertz repeaters. So if you were in another area in the United States and you saw something was on alpha, you would expect it probably is connected to a 1.2 gigahertz repeater. And if you saw something connected to Bravo, reflector something Bravo, you would can expect that to be connected to a 440 repeater. And Charlie traditionally is the 2-meter repeaters of D-Star. And then D, E, and F are just used for like chat rooms. So we could even switch over right now. Everyone could switch if we all had hotspots. We could switch to reflector 12 D for Delta, and there's no repeaters connected to it. And we could all have basically a private chat on reflector 12D or 12E. But you don't have to connect the alpha channel to 1.2 gigahertz repeaters. In the Papa system, there's 10 D-Star repeaters, 10 of them. And they're all connected to the alpha channel, even though there's most of them, well, 9 of them are on UHF, and there's 1 that's on 2 meters. So, you can connect any repeater to any of the channels you want, but the repeater owners own the reflector. You're correct in that, Curtis.
Okay, yes, I was kind of wondering about that. And yes, I think the Papa system is one of the very, very few that use the alpha, because all the other D-Star repeaters, like you said, they usually use A for 1.2 gigahertz, B for 440, and C for 2 meters. So basically D-Star is the method in which multiple repeaters can all be linked together. Can I think of it as that way?
I guess D-Star is really the best way to think of it is, I don't know, the way I think of it, I'm not sure it's the best, but D-Star is the technology, the digital technology that transcodes the voice and transmits and receives digitally. And then the reflectors are simply computer servers. And so you can connect your D-Star repeater to a computer server called a reflector if you want, or you can choose not to. And most of them are connected to one of those computer servers, or we call them reflectors, and that allows them to be linked together. So the Papa system uses their server to connect all their 10 D-Star repeaters together through channel 12 alpha. That's kind of how I think of it. And then, so if you had a hotspot, the best way to think of that is that's your repeater, and whatever you have it set to, whatever reflector you have it set to, it's going to go to that server or that reflector. So that's kind of how I think of it.
N6UTD AJ60. Okay, so in my thinking here, they really want you to join, because I know it's not cheap to keep a repeater system up, especially when you have a lot of them linked together. So right now I am going directly to reflector 12 alpha and not through the RF of the repeater. So now that I know that the repeater owners also own the reflector, there's no way you can, for me coming in on the reflector side, that doesn't negate that they still want me to use a reflector. They still want me to join their Papa system thing. So there's no way of getting around it. If you're going to use it a lot, and I know that the Papa system is probably the best one out there, at least in Southern California. Seems like all the best, really, really long-range repeaters, they're all Papa systems. And I can get into the Blue Ridge one here. It comes in really good. And it is connected to 12 alpha also. So, anyway, thanks for answering my questions there, Bill. I'll let you go. go do something else, and I will probably go see what my family's doing too. N6UTD AJ60.
Hey, all right, Curtis. Yeah, thanks for the questions. It's good to know this stuff, and because there's probably other people who didn't know this stuff too. And I thought about that same thing that you mentioned just now. How can I, use the system without really impacting people? Because I'm not sure I want to join yet, or not join whatever. So the way to do that, because obviously if you're on reflector 12 alpha, the thing is you may be just coming in from the non-RF side through 12 alpha, but you're going out on all 10 Papa D-Star repeaters, and then whoever responds to you, if you're talking to someone on the repeater, they're going to be coming out on the repeater too, or maybe you're talking to someone who else is on the other side of the country, and they're connected to 12 alpha. So neither one of you are coming through the RF side, but you're both coming out the RF side. And so the best thing to do then, to have, still use the system but not have an impact, is both, especially if you have 9700s or hotspots, would be to just pick one of those reflector channels that's not being used, like instead of 12 alpha, 12 Bravo or 12 Delta, and then no one would hear you, and no one would care that you're using the system, because you're not really impacting anyone, because you're not coming out the repeaters. But you both have to, coordinate to switch over to that, and that's one way you can do it. You can meet on a major reflector, and then if you want to have a long conversation, instead of tying it up for everyone, especially if it's a busy reflector, you can just QSY to basically a private chat room by switching to one of those other reflectors, 12 Bravo or whatever, that's not connected to the repeaters. So that's kind of a way you can do that too. And it doesn't have to be reflector 12 even. It could be reflector 36. I don't even know what's on reflector 36, but there's probably nothing on the E channel of reflector 36. And so just picking that one too, you would impact probably no one. Anyway, all right. Have a good one, Curtis. We'll chat later. AG60 N6UTD 73.
All right. That was Bill out there in Redlands. He was giving out a lot of great information on D-Star. Really, really, really new at it. I kind of, just like Curtis said, I'm hit and miss. I'm more miss than hit. Having a lot of help with from Fred and Bill himself, especially a lot today here. Very interested in D-Star in a digital mode. In some ways, it's a little bit of cheating for the old school people out there, which I kind of tend to go along with that. More antenna to antenna type of a guy, but it's very intriguing to talk to somebody on the other side of the planet through a radio and system. So I would like to continue messing with it, playing with it, I should say. My back is absolutely killing me. That's why I'm going to get off this chair here. But I'm going to end the stream right now. I'm going to definitely be back either later this afternoon. Was it 1:30 right now? Later this afternoon or early this evening. The Bosonet on 2-meter sideband on 144 240, and I'll probably head back over to maybe some D-Star. At least I'll be monitoring it, as well as on sideband on 2-meter as well on 144. I think we'll be on 270 tonight, depending on the situation. There's some people out there. But anyways, thanks again for watching the stream this afternoon. A very special edition of this. I'm normally not on in the afternoon, so thanks again for watching, and thanks for all the help from Bill out there and Fred and explaining a lot more of D-Star. So I hope some of the people out there watching on the stream today learned some stuff. I know I did today, that's for sure. So anyways, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Greg, K6EGG.